a tie and a nice pair of shoes, and there was a white guy standing there with a Walmart uniform on, and the police was called to that scene. And he came into the store and he was greeted by a store greeter, and he said, "What's the problem?" And she said, "I don't know, you're going to have to go and speak with our store manager over there." They would immediately come over there and look at the white guy with the Walmart tag on his shirt and overlook me standing there with a suit on as being possible the manager. They would immediately overlook that and go to the white guy and see him as being superior over me because he has the Walmart logo on, and plus he's the white guy. Never mind that well-dressed $600 alligator shoe wearing black guy standing here, he's still a nigga. See, that's the way our world is set up. That's the way it's set up because people does not vibrate on genuine observation. They only want to react on what's been handed down to them in the mind stagnant schools of obedience that we know as high school, middle school. Wait, even when you graduate from high school, you're still a dumbass. Now you got to pay them. You're so stupid now that you want to take out a loan. What they going to give you a loan for $500,000 and send you to college. So when you come out of college, the only thing you learned how to do was get drunk and vomit and have sex. And now you out there wanting to get a job where the people that graduated from high school and went right to work then already moved into the position that you're looking for. Got experience and everything on the damn thing because they wasn't stupid enough to go to college and get into debt. That is the biggest gimmick of all. And you see the American economy has fell apart and that our value systems and everything corrupt, the dollar done failed, and people are still going to college. It's like how stupid. We have internet now. You can teach yourself at home and open your own business. Why do you want to chase the damn animal that's crippled? He's crippling and limping. The rest of the herd and ran away on all 4 feet and they strong and powerful, and you wants to follow the animals that's been maimed and already injured. It's ridiculous. America has failed the citizens. Stop walking around thinking that tomorrow is going to be available for you to have this type of social decadence going to turn into something that's a flourishing. It's not going to happen. There's nothing but decadence. No sense in going to college right now. Save your money. Open a business if you can. Alright? Don't let the crazy... If you can go to college free, go. Do not let the corporate banks stick you with that college debt, because if they do, 5 years from now when you do not have a job, you are going to owe them the money for that school debt and they will turn off your privilege card. That is a method of slavery that they are trying to get everybody abiding under. Don't be stupid. Don't fall for it. Oh, they gonna hate my ass. I don't care because I already hate them. That's why I'm trying to wake you white people up and let you know that a lot of the problems on this earth is because of you guys being reluctant to stop the mistreatment of the black man and woman that is planted. And now it then came back at your ass. And here I am with my big heart trying to stop you from making a bigger fool out of yourself, putting myself at risk to a bunch of motherfuckers who don't even care and appreciate it. Some know you do, but the average one out there don't even like the fact that the person who could be dropping this knowledge have to be black. You wouldn't mind at all if I was a white guy. If I was Steve Martin, somebody that had all the damn answers that white there and that's right, yes. You ain't found no white motherfucker that can tell you none of the stuff that I've been telling you in the little time I've been dropping knowledge on you. Because they don't know. All they can do is destroy the people that know or try to pay our ass off to be quiet. So, the light goes into the ground, finds these installations, find where these people live at, these things. It creates these vibrations underground that is so disturbing that these things start giving up those agony yells and screams, and at the same time there's the noise of the rumble of the lights and also the noises of these things moving around underground and getting into position to try to flee. They like to try to flee at night because they don't like the sun. And so at nighttime is when you see a heavy amount of lights flying around, trying to catch the things trying to get into the darker regions of space where they can try to avoid the sunlight. And there is places they can hide behind planets and shit like that that they know of, that they've done so many times before. They have places where they own what you could call allied systems of support. All of it is organized and documented, and your government knows all this stuff I'm saying to you is true. They know that they've been talking with extra out of this dimension as well as in this universe, but past the atmosphere, stratosphere, and hemisphere, visitors from places like all the planets in the solar system. All of them got life, and even internal here on this planet is different dimensions. I showed you that, and all this stuff brings about different consciousness. When these things find those things underground, they have light technology that can use instrumentation on the vessels of the enemy to self-destruct them. Also, the light can kill and eradicate them by entering into their personifications. The problem is that the light itself does lose energy when it goes into the ground. And so that is a living entity that you see there, communicating with another living entity. Our Creator created us from light, from the sun. That light that you see right there is our essence of who we are. These things right here, prior to the encapsulation in these bodies. Alright? So you have this right here, this energy of this sunlight is what animates you. And that is where your fire is, what they call a ghost. So that's how that works. That's why you should be in constant communication with this, not Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was given to you by the people that's hiding in the ground that God is going in there to kill for brainwashing you like that. Now, if you scan through all these anomalies channels and see the UFO encounters, again, look for the ones that are very dilapidated and old and outdated looking, and know that they have been hiding in the ground for a long time. That's the way that works. You see? So I know I'm dropping a lot of stuff on you guys and you find it hard to believe, but also wait, there's more. The boom booms I didn't tell you about. The boom booms are little motors with explosive devices on them. They can be real little too. I mean, they could be little like the shell on the 22 bullet. They could be that little, but they are mad powerful because they're lights. But when they do what they need to do, they take on manifestations. They travel as light, but at the moment of action, or at the moment of objective, they take on manifestations necessary to trigger whatever method is found in these dwellers, underground dwellers, installation, whatever would be the most efficient method of blowing their asses by what they have sustained within their own existence. That's how these things work. The best option would be to find these installations and destroy them without there being any explosion at all. That's the way the light moves, because the light is always in constant concern of damage to the planet. But these things are doing so much damage by being allowed to be here that you're dead if you do, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It's like eradicate them at all costs. And that's really the truth. But they're easy to kill once the power comes. And that's the power right there. The power of the light. That just showed you the eyes to let you know that I'm not playing with your ass. See? The light can take on form like that. Because it lives. And if you look at it real good, it'll turn into the face of a lion. You see? The Lion of Judah. What you would call Haru on the horizon. See? The Sphinx. Do you understand what I'm saying? Look at it real good. Oh. 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 Isn't it beautiful? Do you see the Sphinx in there? What I call, you guys call the Sphinx, I call it Horn Akit. Can you guys see that in there? Look at it. Look at the light in the background. I know you can see all this pyramid action, can't you? Let me show you what I mean. Look. Okay. Look there. And look there. Look there. And then there's one in the back too. The front paws will be right here. And then there go the long body that stretches back. And of course, there's the head of the pharaoh god with the headdress hanging off the side. You see? Right here will be the ceremonial area where the masonry graduates will go and have their ceremony at the foot of the lion paw. You all know about that, don't you? You should. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys because there's some really, really beautiful stuff that goes on. But those boom booms go down there and blow their butts up. Or if it's nighttime, they'll let them try to escape and either whack them when they're in outer space or capture them. There's all type of talk about this stuff that I'm reading and information about what I'm saying because I don't want you guys to think that I'm crazy because what I'm saying is really true. Maybe I see things from a different point of view than everybody else, but I have my mind open for the perceptions of seeing things the way the universe meant for it to be saw. And I don't try to move on ego or anything because I just have to be honest and 100%. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just pointing out to everybody what I see and hoping that you can use it because I see nothing but destruction to this earth. I don't want to sit around here and act like I'm not trying to point out to you guys that eventually you're going to be in a state of cannibalism where you'll be eating each other. I mean, you got to see the forest dying, the fish is dying, the water is polluted. You can't even go out into the sun, so you're on your way back to the caves. If all the trees and shit die, and what else are you going to do? You're not going to be able to stay out in that sun all day, and it ain't going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. So you should understand why it's important to tear some of these structures down and replant this planet. Because if you don't do it, my mother's going to do it. It's real simple. That's why I make the request, please, just a couple of spots here to show them. And since I had to pick some spots, I had reasons from my own experiences on this earth when I grew up in Ohio, out of every place that I lived. And I know some choice people in that judicial system around there that is so corrupt and has hurt so many people. So I know what I'm doing. I'm not just being some loudmouth wannabe. There is strategic planning to my request of that. Is for a reason. Because I know the hateful things that these guys do with their abuse of power under the disguise of being a government.